A little more than a year ago, I did my first look and review of this Lew's Pro SP skipping reel. Loved it, loved it, loved it. That's right, I went out late in the year last year for my first on the water look at the very end of the season in the kayak, showing how easy it was to skip from the kayak. That's right, we hopped out in the kayak end of the season, did a quick demo skipping jigs under some boat docks, showing how easy it was with this Lew's Pro SP reel. I had a lot of interesting feedback in the comments with a lot of people saying I didn't know that you can skip in a kayak sitting down like that. You can do anything if you put your mind to it, take your time, learn, and practice quite often, and that's what I did. All season long I had this paired up on a Dobbins skipping rod, worked like a champ. But I actually asked Andy Montgomery last year, hey, is there going to be a skipping rod to come out with this reel? And he said to hold on. And hold on we did. And hey, they're finally here. Lew's released a bunch of new Pro Signature Series rods. Cool thing is, all of them under $200 with feedback and help from a lot of pros like Andy, KVD, Zona, Mark Rose. Awesome lineup. And they're now available on the market. In fact, I just got mine in from American Legacy Fishing. Haven't even taken it out of the tube yet, so let's get her opened up. I wanted to do this video last week, but somehow FedEx sent my stuff from Evansville, Indiana, which is 90 minutes away from me, from there to Texas, where it's set for most of the week. Then they shipped it back to Evansville, and then it got here to my house yesterday. About 10 days altogether. That's insane. Come on, FedEx. Normally when I get tubes from American Legacy, they don't have a chance to even get dirty, let alone look like they've been used. But like I said, this one's been around the country. So let's take a look. We'll check both ends, looking for the telltale string, which will be the bottom of the tube. Something I love about American Legacy Fishing, they always do a great job and fast job of shipping and using good tubes and protection in those tubes when they ship. Alright, so let's talk about the rod a little bit. Right off the gate, you can see there is designated as skipping. Easy to identify, got wind grips down low. I will say right off the bat, this wind grip around where your hand goes, it's different than any of the wind grips I've ever had on Lew's rods before. It's super grippy. I mean, it's almost like, well, I don't know if I can say it's grippy or like a sponge, but it's very, very comfortable in the hand. I'm going to compare it to this Team Lew's Custom Black, which is like a harder handle. It's a soft grip that holds your hand, but it's like a harder grip. Whereas the new one is very much like a sponge, and it's like holding a sponge. It's very, very interesting. Yep, and the one on the end's the same. I noticed the hook keepers down here on the split grip here. That is wild. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and put the reel that is made for this rod right here on the rod. Oh man, that's really well balanced. That balances it out nicely. I got the 7-1 rod. They also make a 6-9. They say they make that for shorter people. I'm a shorter people. I don't need a shorter rod. While its primary designation is for skipping, it's also a jig rod. I'm going to throw jigs on it. I'm going to throw frogs on it. Strike King also makes a skipping buzz bait, so that will be nice as well. I will run this with probably 15-pound fluorocarbon, Seagar and Vizix. That's just me. Yeah, you can use braid when you frog. Nah, I use fluorocarbon for pretty much everything. It says the blank is a proprietary multi-layered graphite blank with focus blank technology. Now, I don't know what that means, but on my stream on Friday, I'm going to have a guy on from Lew's and Strike King, and I'm going to ask him what that means. So if you're watching this video 6 months after it came out, just happened to stumble across it, find the live stream I put up right after this video and listen to my conversation with Tom Brubaker as we find out a little more about this blank. But I like the silver accent, and then it fades down into a black all the way down. So with the grip, it's the Wind Dry Tack Ultra Split grips. It says stainless steel guides with high performance aluminum oxide inserts. It's got a direct contact reel seat, means it fits right down, and you can see where the blank is right here, and a stainless steel corrosion hook keeper. Andy said in his video it's about 80% backbone and about 20% tip. And if you've ever seen Andy do a rod bend test, probably shouldn't do this with a reel on it, but I am, so you can see where the bend is. And this is just my first look and first impressions of the Team Lew's Signature Series rod, and this one is by Andy Montgomery. They have a full lineup of their Signature Series rods. Again, these are right under $200. Mark Zona has the spinning rod series. I know Andy's got 3 different rods in the series, 2 different length skipping rods, and a thunder cricket rod or bladed jig chatterbait rod. KVD's got a crankbait rod, a spinnerbait rod. I believe Mark Rose has like a frog slash jig pitching series type rods. And there's a few others that got various, you know, designated rods for specific techniques. Now, I've been waiting to get my hands on this combination, and I am a huge Andy Montgomery fan. Watching that dude place a jig up under a boat dock or in tight cover in stressful situations when he's tournament fishing, the man is a magician when it comes to skipping bait. It's crazy just how good he is at it, and he's made me want to get better at it for almost 2 years now. Andy's favorite baits to skip with: a Strike King Pro Model skipping jig with a Strike King Rage Bug on the back. He also really likes that new Strike King skipping buzz bait. I'm definitely gonna have to order one of those before season starts. Now, this last year I really enjoyed this Lew's Pro SP skipping reel, and this year I'm doing something a little different. All of the rods I'm going to use in the kayak tournaments this year are going to be sub $200 rod. Sometimes we can get carried away and go with nothing but high-end stuff, as I did last year with a bunch of different Dobbins rods. This year, everything I'm going to fish with in the kayak tournaments is going to be sub $200 rods. We're going to compare a bunch of different brands and see how they all come out at the end of the year. So my jig slash frog slash buzzbait combo for this year is going to be this Lew's Pro SP teamed up with this Lew's Signature Series skipping rod. And we'll put it to work. Do you like skipping jigs, skipping buzzbaits? I didn't even know you could skip a buzzbait till they came out with the skipping buzzbait. Thought that was pretty cool. Are you a fan of Lew's? You know I am. I played last year with the Lew's Mock Crush combos and then gave them away to you, members of the Gramps family. But this one is all mine. But we're going to put it through its paces this year. Stay tuned for the next video in this series where I reveal the next combo that I'm going to fish out of the kayak. And all of these are going to be technique specific, but brands are going to go head to head in the kayak this year. If you're looking for this reel and if you're looking for this rod, AmericanLegacyFishing.com. Stuff's always going on sale. Don't forget to use my code GRAMPS10 at checkout. Save yourself 10% on most items on the website. Yeah, some exclusions apply. Until next time, get outside when you can and make some memories. One cast at a time.